Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La Land. It is a pleasure to introduce a dear friend of the Focus TV family, Mr. Jamal Murray.
Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you so
show.
much. Thank you
How
so
are ya?
much. I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Not only are you an incredible photographer, but you truly have an eye and a vision.
Yes.
And you've had a vision for your life for a very long time. Our associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone, told us a little bit about your story of transformation, and I'd love it if you would share.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when everyone moves to LA, they have a certain vision for their lives, and I thought I was going to come out here and become famous. That was the thing. I was a kid. Famous was the thing. And I realized once you get out here, the city is not what you see on TV. It's not okay. It's like, okay.
What do you mean?
No, it's not okay. So, you know, I got a regular job, and, you know, I'm feeling unfulfilled in that job. And
What was this job?
I worked at a psychic network. I
What?
won't say the
Really?
name.
Okay.
Yes,
awesome.
customer service rep at a psychic network. And I was like, this is not what I came out here to do, but I did it. Paid the bills, paid well. And I sort of stumbled upon photography. Picked up a camera, had a bunch of actor friends, and I said, well, let me just try to do some headshots. But the transformation part is that I look back over my life as a childhood. I always had a camera. I was always the one taking photos of people, and I was always the one behind the scenes taking pictures. So it was sort of a natural evolution that I stumbled upon this professionally. And I always tell people, when you do a transformation, it's not you becoming a horse to a cow. You're a caterpillar to a butterfly. And transformation is something where it's something that's always there. It's always something that, you know, God has placed in you before you were born. And you just have to realize that a lot of people run from the things that they're called to, and a lot of people, they ignore them. But me, I was like, well, this is something that I've always done, something that I was always passionate about. I was like, it was a natural transformation for me. I didn't become something that I wasn't. I became more of what I already was.
But how did you let go of the idea of the dream of the expectation to be famous and that? Because that's a hard thing when people come to Los Angeles
It is.
for fame.
It's a different sort of equation. We equate fame with success, or fame with money, or fame with happiness, and that's not really what it is. It's sort of you fulfilling sort of your desires and your passions, and that's what becomes the thing that drives you, and not fame or being seen. So it was like me helping people with my photography. I do a lot of headshots, so I work with actors, and I hear stories that people travel far, thousands of miles, far from their family. They're alone, and you know, they came out here for a dream. It's hard, and I am like one of the many steps in the process to help someone else fulfill their dreams.
I love that. You know, you talked about the butterfly and transformation, and I totally agree that we have that in us our entire life. In fact, they have cells in the caterpillar called imaginal cells that actually are what transforms. You know, we already have it in us, as you said.
Yeah.
You talked about prayer earlier when we asked what you do in the morning.
Yes.
And you also talked about having, you know, this in you already and going through that transformation. Was there a surrender? Was there some hard times that you have to surrender in those moments to make that transformation?
Yes, absolutely. I can get real comfortable in a nice situation, and I'm the type of person that sort of has to be pushed into something. So what happened was I lost the job at the psychic network, which I say was a blessing in disguise.
Wait, but were you the psychic, or were you like doing
No,
the?
I wasn't the psychic. Here's the thing. We all have the ability to be intuitive
For
and
sure,
see
right?
things and know things.
That's
before
why I
they
asked,
happen.
right?
Exactly. So it's, do you deny that part of you, or do you embrace that part of you? And I happen to embrace that. I can connect to someone on a level where I can see things in you that you may not see in yourself, or feel things that may come up for you
Yeah, right.
in the past. And it's just a part of being sort of sensitive and aware and
you
open.
can embrace the intuition of the psychic without going 1-900 psychic, can I help you?
Exactly. And when I shoot with people, when they come to me, I'm open. Because in order for them to be open, I need to be open as well. So there's an exchange of energy, and I can't be closed off or blocked. So when someone comes in front of me and then they see that I'm sort of open, I'm very goofy and self-deprecating and have a good time, they sort of release those boundaries, and that to me allows us to capture a better image. It allows them to relax in front of me. So that's one of the things. But where I had to surrender, which we all have to do, because we're holding on to something or a power that we think that's our own, and we have to rely on sort of an ultimate strength and an ultimate power, and we have to surrender to that, because if we try to do things in our strength, we will fail. And there's a higher power and a higher calling, and something that sort of drives us that's bigger and beyond our own. So what I did was I surrendered. I just said, what is it, God, that you want me to do? And he said, just help people. I'm not a surgeon, and I can't do certain things, but I can help people through my photography. I can help people realize their dreams. That's my main goal. It's like whatever I can do in my sort of creative aspects of my photography to get you to realize your own dreams. That's what I'll do.
Well, I'm sure Jazz and Rob probably can really relate to this because they were both have done a lot of modeling. So I would imagine there's like a magic that happens with a photographer, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I get a lot of times when people leave me, they say, you know what? I was really comfortable with you. I had a really good time. And that makes me really feel good, because some people can be cold and distant, and it's really just about a connection. And we all have it. We're all more connected than we are not. And things like religion and things like that can be divisive. But if we are just the spiritual beings, which we all have, that's the thing that connects us. That's the thing that brings everyone together. So I try to bring that. Right.
And now you're photographing, big names, all kinds of incredible projects. What are you most excited about right now?
I'm really excited about just sort of expanding my photography business. I work with a lot of actors now. I want to expand in sort of fashion photography and modeling, things of that nature, and telling stories through my photography.
Well, you and the pitch whisperers.
I was going to just say, perfect timing.
Eyes are the window to the soul, and you have a way of bringing out
Absolutely.
those eyes in
Thank you.
so many of the photos that
Thank
I've
you.
seen. Thank you for being here, for
Thank
sharing
you
your
for having
time
me.
and your talent and your
very
light with
fun.
us. Tell everyone where they can find you so they can.
Mostly Instagram. It's Photos by Jamaal. That's Jamaal. Photos by Jamaal.
Love it.
Love your light, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for sharing your story.
We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Stay tuned.